Okay, so you are going to be balancing this reaction in basic medium. In basic medium. How do you do that? Just the way we balance in acidic medium, we also balance in basic medium by neutralizing the hydrogen ion with an hydroxide ion. So the first step, like I said, is to divide it into two reactions. First of all, know which is oxidized and which is what? Reduced. So from peroxide to water, is what? Reduction. Why is it reduction? Because we lost an hydrogen atom. Are you seeing it? But from ferric oxide of oxidation 3, we gain. So this is what? Oxidation. Meaning this is the reducing agent and this will be the what? Oxidizing agent. So step 1, we have indicated it. So just write it out. So step 2 now, we have indicated, now we have to balance each of the elements. In balancing oxygen, we said you will add water to the side that is deficient of oxygen. Within these two, we have oxygen 2, here is oxygen 1, so your own is just to add water to that side. Now, we have balanced oxygen because 2 oxygen here, 2 oxygen are the reactant. Now hydrogen here is now 4, but hydrogen here is what? 2. And they said in balancing hydrogen, add hydrogen ion to the deficient part. So that means we are going to add 2 molecules of hydrogen ion to this reactant side in order for us to balance hydrogen. So this reaction is balanced. Now the ions, the charges, are they balanced? Here is +2, here is 0, here is 0. So what can you do to make it balanced? By adding what? 2 electrons. So that -2 + 2 will give us 0. And therefore it balances the 0 and the what? Product. So the reduction of cell is balanced. Now balance the oxidation. Oxidation, we said the same thing. Just the way we balance reduction, so we balance oxidation. Oxygen is added to the side where there is not much of oxygen. Now if you look at this side is 2 oxygen, but here is what? 3 oxygen. So it means we add water to this point. Are you seeing it now? It means we will add water to this point. Now we have 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen. Now hydrogen. Hydrogen is 2 + 2. That is 4. 4 atoms of what? Hydrogen. But here is 3 atoms of hydrogen. So it means we will add hydrogen ion to this side to make it what? 4. So you see that Fe is balanced, 1, 1. Oxygen is balanced, hydrogen is balanced. Now the ions. Is the ions balanced? Here is 0. The charges here is +1. How do you make it balanced? By what? Adding electrons to this part of it, to the product. So if we add electrons, it becomes E- plus. Are you seeing it now? E- what? Plus. So that means -1 + 1 give us what? 0, which balances the 0 here. Now we have balanced both reduction and oxidation. The ions needs to be equal for us to be able to cancel out, because we said balance the charges with appropriate values at each side. So it means we are going to multiply this by 2. Why are we multiplying by 2? So that we can make this ion what? 2. And you can easily cancel out with the reduction charges. And here we multiply by what? 1. So when you have done that, it means add your reduction half cell half reaction equation will now be 2E minus plus 2H plus your peroxide to give us 2, because 1 molecule of water plus 1 molecule of water is equal to what? 2 molecules of water. Give us 2 molecules of water. Then your oxidation half cell will now be 2H2O plus 2FeOH2 to give us 2E minus plus 2FeOH3 plus what? 2 hydrogen ion. Are you seeing it now? So we have 2 hydrogen ion, 2 hydrogen ion. So at this point, we are going to be, because the question is that we should balance in basic medium. So it means we are going to be adding the hydroxide ion, because hydroxide ion reacts with hydrogen ion to neutralize the molecule. So it becomes a neutralized molecule of water. So that means wherever we see hydrogen ion, we add what? Hydroxide ion. So let's go. That means for your reduction half cell and your oxidation half cell, in acidic, in basic medium, it will now be 2E minus plus 2H plus 2OH minus. Because the H plus is 2, so the OH will be what? Minus. If the H was 4, the OH will be 4. If the H plus was 6, the OH minus will be what? 6. Plus H2O2 to give us 2H2O. Then you go back to the oxidation, do the same thing. The H plus is appearing as the product, so that is where you are going to add the hydroxide ion. So it means at the oxidation will now be 2H2O plus 2FeOH2 to give us 2E minus plus 2FeOH3 plus 2H plus 2OH minus. So we have added hydroxide ion to the part where we have hydrogen ion. When you have done that, you will now add reduction to what? Oxidation. So we will add oxidation half cell, balanced oxidation half reaction to reduction half reaction. You add the two together. Products, the way we add is by adding the reactant of the oxidation to reactant of the reduction. Product of the oxidation to reactant of the oxidation. So let's go. Means we add 2HO plus Fe, 2FeOH2 you now have plus 2OH minus. So you look at it and begin to cancel out the common terms. What are the common terms? This one is common. You cancel it out. The charges are common. Cancel. Then water. Is water common? Yes. We have 2 molecules of water, 2 molecules of water. You cancel it out. Then we now have it to be 2FeOH2 plus 2. You know water is, when water dissociates, it gives us H plus OH minus. So when you put 2 out, it means H plus plus OH minus will give us what? Water. So it will be H2O. Then you take it down to the products. You have 2FeCO3 plus 2H2O. So at the end of the day, you see H2O is also what? Common. So you cancel. So your product, your final reaction will be 2FeOH2 plus H2O2, which is your peroxide, to give us what? 2FeOH3. So now you look at it and see if it is balanced. Iron is 2, iron is 2. Water, from peroxide, 2 times 2, 2 times 1 of oxygen, plus these 2, we have 4 atoms of oxygen at the reactant. Here, how many atoms? We have this 6 atoms of oxygen. Here is also what? 6, because 3 times 1 times 2 is what? 6. Here is 2 times 2 of oxygen, 4, plus these 2, 6. The hydrogen, 2 times 2, because these 2 will open up this hydrogen. 2 times 1, 2, multiplied by these 2 will give us 4, plus these 2 will give us 6. The same thing, 3 times 8, 1 is 3, times 2 is what? 6. The charges here 0, 0, and here is also 0. So in the basic medium, the reaction will be like this. But in the acidic medium, you will not, it ends in the quench before we added the hydroxide ion. So it is easy for us to balance a redox reaction in 2 ways, either in the ion electron method or the aqueous medium. And the aqueous medium involves the basic and the acidic medium. So please go through the examples and you see how the basic medium is done and how the acidic medium is done. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.